go.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock and trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow.
Interesting.
Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less.
Oh, my software has been updated.
Every morning I wake up to the sound.
Good morning, I'm getting my shit started.
My heart starts to pound.
Oh.
Trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow.
I don't know if I like this.
Making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and
Morning, Jake.
Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us
I'm still
help you
getting set
grow.
up, so just so you know, I'm here.
Seeking success. Together
Just
we'll
getting
conquer,
set
no
up.
room for any less.
It's a process.
Now.
It's a
Every
process.
morning I wake up to the
Let's
sound
see, we're gonna
of the
go.
trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss
that
a single
in.
show. Sign up for the newsletter, let
There
us
were a
help you
couple
grow.
of
Taking risks, making moves, seeking
stocks that
success.
were
Together
pretty
we'll conquer, no room for any less.
great
Every
on
morning I wake up
earnings.
to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading
One in particular I was watching very closely was
guiding me through my hopes
a
and
firm.
fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a
second.
single show. Sign
Yes,
up
you
for
are
the
second.
newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success.
Elf got
Together we'll
killed.
conquer, no room for any less. Listen now.
I'm just going over some of this stuff.
Every morning I wake up to the sound.
Expedia is a great. It's cheap compared to everybody else. And that one's up 11%. I think it's still cheap. And Cloudflare. Anything with the word cloud in it just killed it. I mean, whether it's in the description of the company, the name of the company. Okay, I've got that one already. Fortinet, we're at more earnings next week. Okay, I guess I didn't get. Yeah, I guess I'll just put that in the newsletter. Okay. Um, 8:30 the jobs report comes in, and I don't think the jobs report is going to kill the market, but oh, come on, Trendspider. I know you already updated. There's a couple of things. Oh, I've got to, hold on one second. I've got to sign out. And then I've got to open this link. Let's see if, no, not there. We're going to open this link in Chrome. I hope this one doesn't. Okay. I don't know if this is going to, if this doesn't, I've got to text this out to Twitter. Yeah, damn it. Okay. We're going to have to do a tweet because copy. And post that in there. And then we're going to copy link. Time special offer. And we'll pin this. Pin to your profile. Pin. Why not? And we'll open this up. There we go. And we'll put that here. Okay. And the performance. And what I do want to do, I need to go back and let's just open up. And we'll go to Alpha Picks, and there you go. And we'll show kind of the okay. Wah, 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 wah. Okay. Coral, I looked you up on, I found some of your podcasts. I didn't watch them, but you're right. When you Google you, there's a hell of a lot more than what shows up when you Google me. I found that interesting. Because you said you were no big deal, but you're kind of a big deal. Come on, why hit the thumbs up button already? Reddit is what it is. I mean, it's for me, it's just too new. I think Eli's been in this one for the 4-hour algorithm. Look at it. He's been in it since 178. He got in, I think he got in here at 60. Somebody got in like super early on this dip with Reddit. And the algorithm makes you 229%, 6 positions over 10 months. You win 67% of the time because you can look. You didn't lose. You know, if you bought at 59 and you just held, you've made plenty of money. But if you bought, there's only two losses in the algorithm. So it's pretty impressive. It's expensive. I mean, Reddit is what it is. And so if you use Reddit, have at it. I wouldn't argue with you. But when you go and you look at the valuation of this thing, they're not making money. They're trading at 116 times forward earnings. Wall Street thinks that it's worth $183, which is 15% downside. When you look at the summary, it's got 15% short interest. This could just be a short squeeze. I don't know. I'm not getting in front of it. I'm not getting behind it. Amrita Roy, who I thoroughly respect, says it's a buy, and she's been buying. She's up 255% since she said it was a buy. Go and read that article. I mean, that's my story on Reddit. So Damianos, I think Reddit's good. NBIS, what the is this? National Broadcasters Association, Nebius Group. Seeking analysts love it. There's 11 of them that love it. Strong buy. Wall Street says it's worth $50, which is 46% upside. Pulled back a little bit yesterday. Quant's been a buy since. I mean, has it been a strong buy? It's been a strong buy at 26, but then it changed as it started to go up, which is interesting. Valuation is to see they're not making money. Growth, I mean, they're doing okay. Profitability, Nathaniel, I don't know what attracts you to this one. It wouldn't be the top one. Let me see who's. I would probably look at Frog or Zscaler. I like both of those. GitLab's a great one. UiPath. I mean, this one, it went from I think it was a strong sell, if I'm not mistaken. This one used to be a strong sell. Yeah. Down here at 12. Now it's at 14. Wall Street, $15, 10% upside. Seeking alpha analysts, there's 11 of them that think it's a buy. But, you know, I don't know what. Let's look at NBIS here on the chart. Nathaniel? I mean, I don't know. To me, there's a lot more that makes me think there's a lot better opportunities out there. Just saying. I don't know if I would necessarily get in front of that one. Okay. Palantir is just, I mean, yeah, I mean, it maybe it's one of those where, you know, if I don't know the stock, it's hard for me to say. So I kind of take a look at it from a valuation standpoint, from a chart perspective. And there's a lot of other ones that just look more positive. That to me would be, hey. And just, it's funny because I was just going over, I didn't include the link, but I'll include the picture. Tori Trades, who you guys know I like because she's very simple strategy. You could learn this strategy over a freaking like an hour or two. It's simply trend lines. Simply trend lines. And she said, stick to one strategy. Jumping from one strategy to another is just confusing. You see the system that I use. I look at the chart, and once you understand charts and you understand moving averages and the 4-hour algorithm, when I look at it, it just, it's so good. But yeah, and so it is what it is. But Palantir is just, I'm not stepping in front of that train either. You know, last night's live, by the way, James Nader and I did a live last night on Substack, and it's there. And it's on the web, this dailystockpick.substack.com. But Palantir, James even said, I think he's in it since like 20 or something. I sold at 25. So just so you know. By the way, there's 21 people in here. Hit the thumbs up because there's only 9 thumbs up. So no, Coral, you might be a little bit new, but here's my thoughts on cannabis as an edible person. I don't do it unless it's legal in the state. Just full disclosure. I am a guy who will go into Colorado, take a bunch of freaking edibles and go climb a 14er. I'll go to Vegas and go out to Zion and just take a bunch of edibles. I will be perfectly fine doing things like that. And I will do the edibles before I get over to Zion because that's Utah, just so you know. But if you are a pot smoker, edible person, somebody that enjoys cannabis, why would you buy the legal stuff when the illegal stuff doesn't have the 30, 40, 50% tariffs? And I think it's a good business to be in, but until it gets some national kind of leverage, which it did have under the Biden administration, I don't think Trump is going to do anything with it. I just don't. He is so anti-drug. I mean, you know, the guy doesn't drink. His father was an alcoholic, or his brother died from alcoholism, and he's very against it. Now, he was also against crypto, and now he's all for just crypto. So I don't know if somebody gets to him, but it's for me, it would just be a no, and I just don't like it. That's for me. Yeah, exactly. No. So Daisy's got back issues. She's part dachshund, and so she can't go for a 4-mile walk. And honest to God, she will stop at every damn tree and everything to do it. And Penny may be able to go for a 1/2-mile run. If I got her hyped up, she would go for a 1/2-mile run. But then somebody would pass us, and that little fucker would bite ankles. So let's go do some scans. By the way, there is a new pricing structure for Trendspider that I'm not a fan of, so I have to kind of caveat this. CG, Uber, BRK.B, Goldman Sachs. They're giving short-term trials. Just so everybody's aware. Nothing on StockTwix. I'm not going to do alpha picks. I'll do Bitcoin. Nothing in Bitcoin. Covered call ETFs. Ooh, there's quite a few. Income ETFs, DJIA, MaxJ, JEPQ, XDTE. Okay. Covered call energy names. There were quite a few yesterday. I mean, there were so many yesterday that I don't know what. NXC, we'll just put that. We won't put that in a separate list since that's the only one. Leveraged ETFs, there's going to be a few. MET-D, yeah. There's going to be a few. MET-D, UPRO, HIBL, URTY, FNGU, SPXL, DPST, which I really like, SVXY. I mean, DPST, so you know, it's a triple leverage ETF. I mean, I wrote about, these are just regional banks, and they're on a tear. So that's a great ETF. Low cost Vanguard. Let's see if any of these come in. Morning, Nathaniel. Morning, Jacob. Morning, Roger. Yeah, we got a few low cost ETF. In fact, some of these just had their some of the Vanguard ones, they lowered the expense rate on them. I think VUG is one that they lowered the expense rate on. The growth. I thought that was interesting. Evan brought that up while on a call. This is XLG, which is my favorite spider sector. It's the top 50. We can look at that one. That one on the 4-hour looks really good. Yeah, it goes up. They get you in on that, the special, and then it goes up. But Alex, I will tell you, just message them in the contact us button. If it's not in your budget, message them, see if they can work something out with you. They are fantastic. I mean, you know, I did pay, I think my first year, don't quote me, my first year was like $700. And this was when they weren't giving you crap. I mean, it was just charts with indicator kind of stuff. And we needed the back testing, and we wanted to create a strategy, and there wasn't much out there for that. And so we had to go and do it. But it was expensive. The next year, it went up to like $1,400. So so when it went up super amount, they didn't have a sale for me. And so I went in 2 weeks without Trendspider, and F it. I said, no way. AZN, Charter, CEG, AMAT, AB&B, Comcast. Penny did not poop this morning. I forgot to tell you. I think she must have just taken her out. TXN, Charter, AMAT, Goldman Sachs. Okay, we're good. Yeah. Non-farm payrolls climbed less than expected in January. Unemployment unexpectedly dips. Rate 4% versus 4.1. This is back to, I mean, I can go over it, but Dow futures, you can see they dropped. They dropped a lot. I mean, there you go. You went, let's see what the fix is. Fix just shot up. 15.28 to 15.42. It wants to live at 20. I mean, you can see the 52-week range is between 11 and 65. The day range from yesterday was 15 to 15. So it's not, it hasn't been shooting up. But if you look at a 5-minute and we pull up after hours on the Qs, you can see the reaction. This is so far a 0.15%. So it's not huge. It's not, again, the Qs are at 529. Pull up a weekly chart, and you started the year, let's see. You started the year at 523. So you just haven't gone any, I mean, it's just straightforward since December 16th. You opened at 533 and you're at 528. So it's been a stock pickers market. I mean, that's what they say, is it's a stock pickers market, because the indexes just have not done anything. Nothing. So, okay. Just nothing. So, okay, before I start the show, let me open up. This, there's going to be, okay. I'm going to put you on a countdown to the show. 'Cause Larry, I saw you join the live last night too. I was going to shout you out, but I was trying not to pay attention to comments. I'm going to put you on a countdown here. I'm going to go grab some additional water and then go over what we're going to go over on the show. The big show, including an analysis of all semiconductor stocks are not created equal according to the SMH. So I'll be right back.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll...
Okay. I am back. We're going to go over, there's going to be a couple of things. I am going to go over for paid members. There was a super, super interesting confirmation from Trump yesterday, from a Trump nominee, that pushed two stocks up 30%, and I think they still got more room higher. We're going to go over, like I said, chips aren't created equal, so we're going to take a look at SMH. There are stocks that are up 20 and 30% in the SMH this year, and stocks that are down. Like NVIDIA's down 5% year to date. AMD's down 10%. Interesting, and there's 3 stocks that are up 20% that all fit in a group with SMH. So we'll take a look at that, and that's the paid stuff. I'm also going to look at cake. Over the years, Valentine's Day shown potential to make short-term gains as Americans pour billions into the economy each February. 5 selections from Steve Kress that are on Seeking Alpha. I'll go over each of them. Which ones? I don't think that they're all created equal, but I think you could buy and hold several of these, and I think they're good. Social Request, I'll go over Birkenstock. We're going to start with Shy's. We're going to end with earnings. Shy, what he's looking at next week. We're going to look at Fortinet. And which stocks I think, again, it's cybersecurity. We're going to look at anything with the name cloud in it, whether it's the description or it's the actual name. Expedia killed earnings, and I think it's still cheap. Elf, I mean, these guys are blaming influencers on their lack of sales. It is what it is. I think that one was a short squeeze that pushed it up, and now it's just come back to reality. Affirm. I've been watching this one, and they're continuing to grow. It's in the watch list on Trendspider. Doximity, which is a great one. DOCS. Again, anything with the name cloud in it. This is a cloud service, cloud-based company, and they're up 21% in pre-market. Key takeaways from Pinterest, which is up 22%. The July 2022 Elliott Management purchase, just looking like a genius right now. We'll look at Amazon, their earnings, because it was interesting. I said it before, I liked it going into earnings at 220 instead of 240, closer to 240. So the top 10 small cap stocks is now a video, which is great. I was saying Uber was a great one. James Ford wrote this great article on Uber. I still say it's a $100 stock. It was up like 8-9% yesterday. This is a fantastic Josh Brown clip where he basically goes over one stock for Al Michaels. And we'll go over that one. Biggest movers of the day, we'll kind of list all those: Pinterest, Cloudflare, Affirm earnings, all of that stuff. Is QQQ, our buddy Edward Corona goes over, is QQQ stretched? Because we'll go over that. There is a new indicator and a new Trendspider import based on the Weinstein stage analysis. This shows you how easy it is to actually create something in Trendspider. We will go over, I'm gonna copy this one. We're gonna copy this one and go over here. We're gonna go over this offer from Seeking Alpha, where they're showing you love. They're showing you love. In fact, I forgot to do a love. Let's see. I'm going to do a love stock too. Where are my love stocks? I got a note that says love stocks. 10 stocks and ETFs I love. There we go. Yeah. Let me see what this article shows me. Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay. We'll do this one. I've got a list, and before we get into individual stocks, I'm going to we'll do stocks I love right after Trendspider. You know what? I'll do it right after QQQ. Okay, and we're gonna put this. Copy link, and we're gonna put this. This is let's see, Vanguard Growth. Right after QQQ. So that's going to be after. Nope. It's gonna be that one. Yep. Okay, we're gonna start out with this. Okay. Giga Cloud. Have at it, Nathaniel. Give me your elevator pitch. I'm gonna go and do this podcast. I gotta go out for ramen at lunch today, so I'm trying to get done before 12. Okay, I'm gonna start the recording. Let's go over here. QQQ. We got the 4-hour up. We've got this. By the way, we've already recovered since the market went down. So just so you know, any reaction is an overreaction. Good morning. It is Friday, February 7th. Big show for you today. The stock battle last night. If you want to watch the stock battle, go over to Linktree. You can go to the newsletter. It is up there. It's myself, Nader, and James Ford. And we're all up there. Hold on one second. Daisy, stop. So if you want to go and watch that one, you can go and watch that one. Just go to the daily. It's free. Just spoiler, I won. Spoiler, I won. Yeah, and it essentially it proves that you need a strategy. And we're going to go over a lot of things today, including special offers from Trendspider, which you can build a strategy in, special offers from Seeking Alpha and Alpha Picks. We're going to go over, is QQQ stretched? We're going to continue the month of love, where I go over a couple more ETFs that I love before we get to single stocks next week. Biggest movers of today, a Josh Brown pick that he pitched to Al Michaels yesterday. Uber, did you get in? Because yesterday it was up like 8-9%. I continue to think that that's a great one. Palantir went nuts. Amazon called them out. Top 10 stocks for 2025. Small caps. That's it. Then we'll go over earnings. Amazon, Pinterest, anything with the name cloud in it. Affirm, Elf, Expedia, Net, Fortinet, which is cybersecurity. And we'll go over some stuff for next week. I'll give you a little education from Tory Trades, who says, hey, focus on a strategy. Then for the paid subs on Substack, I'm going to go over 5 stocks that for Valentine's Day. Over the years, Valentine's Day rally has shown potential to make short-term gains as Americans pour billions into the economy in February. There are 5 particular stocks that Steve Kress recommends. It's on Seeking Alpha. I will go over them for the paid newsletter subscribers. I'm also, yesterday I thought it was interesting. There's a certain sector of semiconductors that is outperforming the actual chips, okay? And so I take a look at SMH, break it down, look at these 3 stocks that are up almost 20% year to date. It is February 7th. While NVIDIA is down 5% and AMD is down 10%, Broadcom is down 1%. So we'll look at that. And then we'll look at 2 stocks where a Trump nominee yesterday said, hey, we may take these private. And they are up 30-40% and still have more room to run. So there's your entire countdown. Let's talk about it. Jobs report came out. I'm not even going to link to it. I'm not going to show it because it's a nothing burger. Jobs show a little bit of weakness, or stronger than I don't even know. It made the market jump a little bit, but it's Friday. It didn't make the, don't fight the Fed is still, the Fed doesn't have a decision until March. So the month of February, I don't think that you're going to see a lot of data reports that move the market unless it's absolutely catastrophic or like rip-roaring inflation is gone. So we'll just look at it. The Qs, you had a 4-hour buy-in, 525 on the 5th, 2 days ago, 525.11. Again, I look to this as an entry. But let's talk about a little month of love, because Alpha Picks is giving you 60 days of Seeking Alpha Premium and $50 off. So, I always talk about the bundle. I still think you save more money with the bundle. But say you just want Alpha Picks, okay? For the next week, I think it's a week, they are going to give you 60 days of Seeking Alpha Premium. Remember, there are 2 services in the bundle. It is Seeking Alpha Premium and it's Alpha Picks. What is it? Seeking Alpha Premium is basically join hundreds of thousands of premium members. You unlock all the quant ratings. You unlock everything that I use to actually value a stock. That's my go-to for fundamentals. I look at the quant. If it's not a strong buy, I want to know why it's not a strong buy. And the AI analysis tells me. So Seeking Alpha Premium gives you access to thousands of stocks. Then you have Alpha Picks, which is a curated one. You can see the performance here. Portfolio return 178% versus 60%. Yesterday, it was unbelievable. Look at this. Again, 60 days. You get both of these services, but you're really buying Alpha Picks. And so I would urge you, Alpha Picks is the one that you want because the performance is unbeaten. Let's just go over, okay? I got an email yesterday, and it's that top email right here. You're in great hands with Allstate. Allstate killed it on earnings, okay? They killed it on earnings. And look at that return overall for the portfolio, okay? We're going to look at 7 stocks. There are 7 stocks, and we're not going to look at all 7, but there are 7 stocks that hit double beats in earnings in the Alpha Picks portfolio just in the last quarter. Now, you can see the total return here. I'm going to go over the top 3 picks, Okay, the top 3 picks in Alpha Picks right now. AppLovin, APP is the symbol. Okay, picked in November 2023, a total return of 796%. Remember, you add 1% of the portfolio in when they told you in November 2023, it has grown to 11% of the portfolio with a 796% gain. Celestica, CLS, I talk about this one all the time. Picked in October of 2023, a return of 389%. And then you have Modine Manufacturing, MOD, picked in December 2022. It is still in the portfolio. A return of 374%. This is not including ones that they've gotten rid of, like SMCI, that returned 2,000%, I think it was. Okay, a total of 17 Alpha Picks have reported Q4 financial results so far, with more than 2/3 delivering top and bottom line beats. Alpha Picks identifies 2 best of best quant strong buy recommendations monthly. 10 out of 37 have delivered returns over 100%. Since its inception, the Alpha Picks portfolio has returned a deliverable of 179% compared to the S&P 500 60%. So again, I would urge you, this is the offer. How do you get this? Well, you can go to my link tree and you can sign up for Alpha Picks right here. It's going to be right there. Get 60 days for free. I would urge you, if you're just planning on keeping it, go and get this discount. It saves you more money. But if you've been thinking about Alpha Picks, and I'll give you a little tip as well, since we're talking about the month of love, and if you love your friends, you love your neighbors, you love everything, go and make a friend this weekend, okay? Make 2 friends. Let's call it an orgy. Make 4 friends this weekend. And then go use my link on Linktree and go and sign up for this. Because at $450 split between 4 people, you can share Alpha Picks. When the email comes in, forward it over. Because Alpha Picks is just a portfolio. And it's super simple. Split the cost. Forward the email. Again, you don't have to buy it for yourself. Share the love. We're in the month of love. So go ahead and do it. And speaking of special offers, Jason from Trendspider, they just released this one. Master Market Trends with AI-powered Weinstein stage analysis. This is an 8-minute video, okay? 8 minutes of your time. If you don't have Trendspider, if you do have Trendspider, you better be watching this because it shows you how easy it is to create a custom indicator. You go down here on your screen and you can see this custom indicator editor right there. Jason uses it. It is plain, simple language. Okay. So for instance, say you find somebody who gives you, Charlie Munger or Warren Buffett or Peter Lynch, some of those general, like legendary, people who are investing. Go and just type in that language into the AI, the indicator right here. Custom indicator editor. Type it in. AI will go and write the code to create an indicator like that. Jason goes through how you can do that with the Weinstein stage analysis. Google Weinstein. It's legendary about how you can find the way up and when to get out. Just go and watch this video. And by the way, if you have Trendspider, import the Weinstein indicator right here. Jason provides it for you. It is a great, great thing. You see these colors? It's custom on Trendspider. Now, here's the thing about Trendspider. They are also giving you a way to try it, okay? $19 for 14 days. You can try it out for $19 for 4. I will not be giving you my 4-hour algorithm. I will not be giving you my, you need to sign up for an annual plan in order to get the tools that I have, okay? But my tools enhance Trendspider. It doesn't create Trendspider. Personally, they came to me and they said, hey, we want to do this with your audience. I said no. And it wasn't about money. It's because it took me 6 months to feel comfortable with Trendspider. And so from a personal standpoint, I'm authentic. I don't want to push you into something. But at $20, go and try it out. And go and do this for 2 weeks. Sign up for the standard right here. Use my link on Linktree right there. You'll get these deals. You'll see it. You can sign up for the standard, premium, or enhanced. And FYI, if you've waited, again, I tried to push you towards enhanced. They have limited it to 3 trainings per year on enhanced. Okay? So now enhanced makes sense if it's within your budget. But again, 3 trainings per year. Okay? Premium is the sweet spot. For me, premium would be where to go because you get more alerts. For the 2-week trial, try it out for standard. And then once you sign up for the annual plan, I will see it. When you're in my affiliate program, I see what plan you're on. Okay? Because I'm an affiliate, you're in my plan. We have had problems with people importing my scanners when they're not in my affiliate, but I will not be giving you my 4-hour algorithm. I will not be giving you my custom watch list. I will not be giving you the scanners that I use every day to find stocks unless you sign up for an annual plan. Okay, but it's a no-brainer. Go and try it out for 14 days. Go and import this like Jason tells you to, and go and get it. That's the greatest thing. Again, month of love. We're here. They're showing you some love. Trendspider's trying to get you into that ecosystem because, like we'll go over later, find a strategy that fits you. Now let's talk about one stock that I love, QQQ. Options Oracle Ed Corona. If you're not following him on Substack, you absolutely should follow it. But he makes the case right here. The top 10 stocks that make up QQQ, 9 out of 10 are above their 200-day average. Okay? If you look at Apple, these are on the dailies. So if you look at Apple and we go to a daily chart, okay, the 200-day is that 200-day right there. Typically, bargain hunters will try and find a stock that is moving up after its 200-day, okay, when it's below. Look at how great that buy was back here in April of last year, where it got you in. Every time it's under the 200-day, it has been a pretty good buy. Again, this is a stock that just continues to go up. So you want to buy it. You know, the best buys have been, hey, just add it under the 50-day because long-term it makes sense. But you look at that one. What's another one? NVIDIA. And so we can go and look at NVIDIA. This isn't on the 4-hour algorithm. This is just using standard practices of, hey, when it's under the 50-day, under the 200-day, it's a good buy. When it's over, might not be a great buy. Look at the daily, okay? NVIDIA, 3 days ago, was under the 200-day. It's now moved up. Came up from its Bollinger Bands. The Bollinger Bands might be cinching up. It's below its 50-day. So I would argue, still probably a good deal if you think this stock is fairly valued. We'll go over that. But I also want to bring up, again, you can do QQQ and chill. His take on it, again, QQQ and chill. Microsoft is 8%, just below it. Close, but not quite. It's not above it. You can see he even puts the percentages up there. So he's great. Go and follow him. The stocks I love, 10 of them till Valentine's Day. We've already done 3, I think. We're going to get to the more. Again, until Valentine's Day, it's once a day. Today's Vanguard. Find a growth ETF that you like VOOG or VUG. Okay, there's differences. But what I did here was show you over 10 years. Okay, 10 years. VUG and VOOG greatly outperform VOO, which is the S&P 500. Growth wins. Okay, what are the holdings of VUG? It's Apple, it's Microsoft, it's Nvidia, it's Amazon, it's Meta, it's Tesla, it's Google, it's Eli Lilly, it's Broadcom. Okay, 182 positions. And you're getting that in a low-cost ETF. VOOG is the S&P 500 Growth Index. This has 212 positions. Nvidia, Apple, Microsoft. It just depends what you want. Okay, but the expenses, A plus, 0.07%. It's great. So find yourself some Vanguard ETFs. How can you find ETFs? You can go over here to top ETFs. Use the screener. And it's a great tool. If you don't have Seeking Alpha Premium, just go to your brokerage. Your brokerage should have some screeners for that. So there's your tip for today. Let's talk about the biggest movers of the day. We're going to go over Pinterest, surged over 22%. Since Elliott Management took over this, it's just been great. Cloudflare jumped 10%. Anything with the word cloud in it, again, it was great. Affirm soared 17%. We'll go over that one specifically. Amazon, we will go over it specifically. I said I liked it going into earnings at 220 versus 240. It closed closer to 240, pulled back to 220. Bill Holdings just plummeted, and ELF was just a major disappointment. It is what it is. This is a great clip, okay? I will include the clip from Josh Brown's email where he says, I have to admit this was way too much fun. He suggested a stock. It popped up on his best stocks list, and he thought the impending breakout was too juicy to ignore, okay? The stock is MCO. That is a video where he just does his elevator pitch for MCO. Go and watch it. Again, these are elevator pitches. It's not just me that says this. You have to know what stock you own. And he goes over Moody's. I am going to add this to our watch list because I like it. Okay? The 4-hour algorithm makes you 38% over the last 24 months. It's 59% if you buy and hold. You win 45% of the time. This one, like he said, he makes the case it could be looking to break out. You just had the MACD crossover. The golden cross, which is the 50-day crossing up. MACD's a little bit stretched. We can go and look at a weekly. Is it stretched? A little bit, but it's reset down there. Look at that shelf that it's putting in right there as the MACD resets, as the RSI resets. Okay, we can go over to Seeking Alpha. And we can look at MCO. What is MCO? It's a hold in the quant. Why? Because of valuation. And we can look at this and we can go down here. It's been a hold for a very long time. It has been a hold for a very long time. So it's not like that has changed. Go and look at what Wall Street says. $504. And have they chased it up? They sure have. He thinks it could break out. Go and find out why. Go and watch his. Go and analyze with AI. I like this clip. I watched it. It's 2 minutes and 48 seconds. It's just a masterclass on how to do that. Now, we talked about Uber yesterday. I said, hey, Uber at 61. I mean, just look at the chart. How do you use charts? You understand that, hey, this one is trading in a range. And you can see that range, 61 to 70 right now. Algorithm got you in at 69 just today. There's another entry. Got you in here the other day at 66. Okay, got you in at 66. I was saying 61 is a support level. How did I find that support level? Well, it goes way back. I mean, let's just look at a weekly right here. If we look at a weekly chart, I got to pull this because it's just not right. You look at that. Where's that 61? It's a previous all-time high in 2021. Okay, where's the 70 coming from? It's from the current resistance for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks now. What's the high this week? $70.19. It's trading at $70.33. Is this going to turn into support? At some point it will. And where will we head to? The previous all-time high at 82. These two little candles up here that go to 87 and 86, I think it's a $100 stock. Look at where the MACD is. This is a good business. And James Ford goes over the business. He does a masterclass on this. And we were talking about it last night. He agrees. Hey, we think this is a $100 stock at some point in time. We're just not sure when. But it's one that I just sit and hold and I add to in my portfolio. I have it. I own it. I like it. Okay, it's a great one. Palantir went nuts yesterday. Again, up like another certain percentage. It's kind of fluttering around here. I talked about, we got this gap. I don't like the gap between 84 and 99 right now. So some people asked me, am I buying it? And James even said last night when we were on the stock battle, hey, it just seems a little bit stretched. I think this guy's been holding since it was $8. I'm the guy that got out at 25. I'm the guy that got out with a nice 25% gain down here. I used the 4-hour algorithm. Okay, back then it was working. Now it works way better. I mean, look at that, a 49% gain, and you're still in at $70. It went nuts, and Amazon named them on their earnings. We'll go over Amazon again. If you want to look at the top 10 stocks, there's a video out there. I urge you, I will include this in the newsletter so you can link to it. Watch this video. Steve Kress shows you how he uses Seeking Alpha Premium. And again, you can get Seeking Alpha Premium free for 60 days if you get Alpha Picks. But he shows you how he uses it to find these stocks. This isn't something that's hidden. He just goes and finds it. So, let's talk about Amazon earnings, okay? Amazon just mentioned Palantir on its earnings. Here's why it matters. Andy Jassy mentioned on the call that Palantir is tapping into Amazon's Nova Gen AI models, slashing AI costs by 75% and accelerating adoption. That's huge. Again, that's huge for Amazon. It's huge for Palantir. Okay, Amazon earnings were what we thought they were going to be. Okay, going all in on cloud and AI platform. The cloud business slowed a little bit. Just a little bit. They're going to spend a ton on CapEx. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be nuts. So where's Amazon stock going? Lord knows. You know, are we at all-time highs? Yeah, we're at all-time highs. You look at a weekly chart of this one, and it's just started taking off again. Okay, we talk about that 200-day, that red line right there. Wouldn't it have been great to buy that at 141 back here in November 2023? You know, less than 2 years ago. Look at the MACD. It's up there. Okay, look at the RSI. It's up there on the weekly. But that quarter was strong enough to support the price. We may be going sideways for a little bit. That red line, you can see on the weekly, I just took it at the bottom here at 2023, and I just drew a trend line. Touch 3 points. The more points it touches, the more validity you have. Well, again, that looks like it's a support trend. Okay, where's the resistance trend? From this support trend. I took the same point and I said, okay, let me look at where this particular one, because we broke down here. And ironically, where'd you find resistance in December? Right against that line. So I do think we need some sideways trade on this, but I wouldn't be afraid of adding this anywhere in the 220s. It's 232 right now. I would not be worried about adding this in the 220s. Again, Wall Street says it's a strong buy. Quant says it's a strong buy. What does Wall Street say it's worth? $253. That's a 6% upside. It's ranked number 1 out of 28 in broadline retail. I would not be afraid of adding that one at all. Another one that's interesting is Pinterest. Would I be adding this one? If you're going to get into social media, I think Meta is your better play. That's just me, again, with Megatech, Cap Tech. But you can't argue. Here are the key takeaways from Q4. If you're interested in this one, I would urge you to read this article. Okay, I would urge you to read that article. But Pinterest is a hold in the quant. It's a buy from Wall Street with a 27% upside from yesterday's close. We're up 19%. Okay, they still think there's an upside at 42. It's only trading at 40. If you can get this under 40, I think you might be doing okay. Okay, the quant says it's a hold, but the quant has had it switched to a buy at 29. It's had it as a hold for a while, and it's the valuation. The valuation is a bit stretched. You're paying 18 times forward earnings when the sector's trading at 14. There are other services out there that are cheaper, okay, like Meta, like Google, like Fubo. Okay, find a stock that you like and get into it. Elliott Management took this over in July 2022. Let's go and look since July of 2022 when an activist investor got invested in this. Okay, July 2022 goes back here. It was trading at $20. They have doubled their money. Doubled. Activist investors know what they're doing. Okay. The other thing you want to look at, anything with the word cloud in it. Doximity is a cloud-based service. I just looked and it's up 20%. And they killed it on earnings. Is it a great buy? It's a quant hold because of valuation. A quant hold. Doximity, I knew nothing about it. I saw it across the screen and I said, okay, this is great. Bulls, there's no bears on Seeking Alpha. Cloud-based digital platform for medical professionals in the United States. You may know about this. They're up in Silicon Valley. Look at that year to date, 9%. Add 20% to that because that's what it's up today. Okay, what does Wall Street think that this one's worth? They think it's worth $60. It's trading at 70 right now. You're going to see them take their estimates up. So anything with cloud in it. Affirm, I put this on our watch list a while ago. I've been watching it. I haven't bought it. I don't know that I believe in this one, but it continues to just kill it. Okay, Affirm is a hold in the quant. And you can read this article about the inside on the call. The valuation, they're not making money, but their growth is exceptional. Okay, profitability, not great, but their momentum is exceptional. Revisions, these are going to get revised, most likely up. And we can see Affirm, if you want to trade it in the 4-hour algorithm, let's see if it works. Again, you have to find a strategy that works. 161% over the last 24 months, 25 positions. Is that okay? Well, if buy and hold, you've made 305%. Go back to a weekly on this one, and you can see we've got clear support around that 51. Where are you trading in pre-market? You're at 70. Again, you're at 70. Wait for it to pull back. If we just put a line here at the top on a weekly, it's 73. That's going to provide you some resistance. Where are we expecting to go to if this one continues to climb? Look at the all-time high at 168 in November 2021. Absolutely. It was extended there. We don't have it we just got a 200. I'm sorry. We're just starting to have the golden cross, the 50-day on the 200 on a weekly. So it's an interesting one. Keep it on a watch list. I've got it on mine. ELF, which has been a big winner back about a year ago in cosmetics, continues to slide. Down 24%. It's showing that this one in particular was more than likely a short squeeze. Short interest is still 11%. And they are winning today because this is down 25%, blaming their earnings, their miss on earnings on influencers. I don't know. I mean, again, I got out of the beauty. When I lost money on Ulta, I said, I don't know the beauty business. So if I want it, I'm just going to buy an ETF and be happy with it. But I don't buy that many beauty products. So I got out of it. But ELF is one that was up huge. And now, if you take a look at a 5-year chart of this one, you can see it was down here at 26, just ran up, got some short interest, and now the shorts are winning. I wouldn't touch it. For me, I wouldn't freaking touch it. One that I would touch is Expedia. This one's interesting, okay? They killed it. They're up 12%. But what's interesting about this one is the PE going forward is only 12. I mean, take a look at this one because you look at the valuation, it's C, but it's incredibly, if we just go and look at peers, and what I want to do is I want to edit these symbols because I don't like it comparing it to hotels, okay? What I do want to compare it to is Booking Holdings. I think Booking Holdings is probably the closest comparison because Booking, I think, is more Europe versus Expedia is more US. You can see the market cap of Booking is significantly higher at 158. You can see the performance over 1 year of Booking is significantly better. You can see Expedia actually performs in the quant, in Seeking Alpha Analyst and Wall Street, a little bit better. You can see the valuation, a little bit better from the quant factors. We can look at the total return. 1 month return of Expedia down 7%. Bookings down 2%. Okay, year-to-date returns down 7%. Is Expedia coming back? Expedia doesn't have a dividend. Booking does. Look at the PE. Booking Holdings is 26. Expedia is 10 and 12. It's super, super low. Inexpensive. Now, inexpensive comes along with less growth. When it has more growth, you're going to pay up for it. Okay? Profitability, about the same. About the same. It's not, crazy. 1 month performance, Booking Holdings is down less. Expedia is down more. 6 month performance, they're about the same. Expedia is actually outperforming it. 9 month, Expedia is outperforming it. Year to date, again, Expedia is down double. 1 year performance, Expedia is up 12%. Booking Holdings is up 31%. 3 years, Expedia is down 6% and Bookings up 95%. That has more to do probably with the post-pandemic kind of stuff in the U.S. versus Europe and things of that sort. But again, I think Expedia might be a cheap option. Let's go and look at the chart on it. Again, this is how you use all of these tools. Expedia 4-hour algorithm got you in here at 171. Okay, 28 positions makes you 21%. Buying and holding makes you 48%. The 50-day is still moving down, but those Bollinger Bands are wide, super, super contracted. The MACD under the oscillator, the RSI at 48. Let's go and look at a weekly. Doesn't look like it's super stretched. Also didn't, indicate to me that, oh my God, you got to buy it. But back here in October, you had a golden cross of the 50-day over the 200-day. And the 200-day is going to start turning positive. Again, a cheap, cheap company. So I like that comparison. Again, we'll go with the cloud. Cloudflare targets 25% revenue for 2025 amongst strong AI and enterprise momentum. They killed it. They're up 10%. Is this one a buy? It's a strong buy in the quant. Okay, it's ranked 6 out of 22. What's number one? KC, Twilio, which is an alpha pick, Okta, which is an alpha pick, Fastly, Rackspace, and then Cloudflare. GoDaddy is number 7. Okay? Again, this is how you use these tools. You can read up about Cloudflare. Did I know it was going to do well? Look at the year to date on Cloudflare. It's up 31% year to date. And that's not including the 10% that it's up in pre-market. Where does Wall Street think that it's worth? 125, which is 11% downside from yesterday. But because of strong earnings, they even went up more. So the quant knows better than damn Wall Street, and it just turned to a strong buy on 2/6, 2 days ago or yesterday. Okay? Interesting stuff. Fortinet killed it, up 6%. Okay? Let's take a look at this one, the fundamentals. You can read all about the earnings in that earnings call insight. It's a hold from the quant, and it's because of valuation and growth. Okay, it's ranked number 11 in system software. I would put this one more in the cybersecurity. And Palo Alto Networks and CrowdStrike are below this, but those are the two that I won't. The one that's above it is Zscaler. Zscaler, this one, the average Wall Street price target, 10% upside. Now we can go and look at Fortinet. This is one that my dad owned, and he's owned it for a long time. I identified on the weekly a channel that it was trading in. I identified that was a pullback space. It didn't pull back. It just shot through it based on the last earnings. This earnings, it continues to kill it. So I don't like it up here. I trimmed half his position right before this earnings, and then it shot up. But he was up like 100%. And one of the newsletters that I'm going to work on over the next few weeks is taking the core portfolio. And most of you longtime listeners know the core portfolio beats the S&P. It's not a managed portfolio. But if I had to manage it, what are the 5 things that I would do to actually manage that portfolio? So Zscaler, my pick, by the way, for cybersecurity, again, Palo Alto and CrowdStrike. Now, these are the earnings that Shai is looking into. Okay, Monday, Monday, by the way, is the software. On Semiconductor, A-Lab, McDonald's, AIoT. Tuesday, Shopify, SMCI, Dash, Lyft, Upstart. Wednesday, Hood, Cisco, Trading Desk, which I think AppLovin, which is an alpha pick, Reddit, which people love, HubSpot, Bros, Paycom, Fastly, QuantumScape. Thursday, Datadog, Coin. I've got CONL, so I'm hoping Coin does really, really well. PanW, which I own as well. Airbnb, AMAT, DraftKings, Roku, Twilio, Frog, Cyber. So you can look at that, or you can just go to the place where he's got. It's Earnings Hub next week. Just take a look. Vertex Pharmaceuticals, A-Lab, we talked about that one. Monday, McDonald's is going to set the stage. Shopify on Tuesday, Coke, which is in the core portfolio, SMCI, Dash, Lyft, Upstart, which should, a lot of these should provide huge. I think VRT, I like that one. Hood is one that could fly. AppLovin, I love. HubSpot, Trading Desk, I love. Some of these might be bets, but it's good. Okay, so for the rest of this, you know what? Let's go over a little education. There's going to be a little bit of education here. I didn't take the actual screen. I have the screenshot of it. I will put it in the newsletter, but it's from Tori Trades, and she says, stick to one strategy. This is easier said than done. There is a plethora of information on the internet, but let me be a representation of how you can find success just with one strategy, whichever it might be. Make sure you trust it and have fully researched the mentor, the strategy, and or the community. I was taught a strategy that is bare bones, super basics. It's just trend lines and requires minimal additional knowledge to get me to the level of success that I've had in trading. So before you jump from one method to the next, chasing the perfect strategy or the secret sauce, remember, mastery comes from consistency. The key isn't complexity, it's commitment. Find a strategy, trust it, put it to work. You just saw how I look at stocks, okay? I don't give you a stock and say, oh, go and get this one. That's what Alpha Picks is for. You want a proven strategy? Go and get Alpha Picks and get 60 days. This is a portfolio of just, hey, buy it here and then go and sell it here. But they don't do it from we're going to text you. It's an email. It's a boomer portfolio. And it's a great one because of the results. Take a look at that performance. You can't beat it. That's one strategy. Okay. Another one, I'm going to buy when it tells me it's a strong buy in the quant. You can set alerts for this. Okay, you can set alerts. Find a stock that's a hold, like MCO right here, and you can go up here and set an alert. Okay, you can set the alerts. Pricing and content, you can go over here, a new alert. We can do a new alert, and we can say it on quant rating. And we can say equal or better. Let's just say strong buy. And we can save that. So when MCO now comes in, I'm going to get an alert that it's a strong buy. Okay? That's a strategy. You can do that. You could do the strategy of the 4-hour algorithm. Apple, go and buy it on a 4-hour algorithm. Makes you 43%. Buying and holding makes you 61%, but you still make money. That's a strategy. Or maybe you say, I'm buying and selling, or I'm going to buy a strong quant stock that's in an upward trend on a week in the 4-hour algorithm. It tells me to buy, and then I'm going to hold it until it trades, until I see the 50-day decline on a monthly chart. You can go on a monthly chart here on Trendspider, and you can set up all of those alerts. Okay, when the 50-day becomes negative, and it starts to decline, I can set that up. Find a strategy that works. Okay, Jesse from Spotfiy wants me to look at Birkenstock. First off, I think this one, it's 16 months old, so it's still set relatively new. The 4-hour algorithm makes you 13% versus buying and holding makes you 36%. You can see we covered that gap. I mean, when you got this buy down here at 46 and 45, with that gap above, again, if earnings were even decent, I don't know, I haven't looked at this one, but the RSI, the MACD, everything, it's just new. So I tend to stay away from new stocks because you can see on the weekly, we don't even have a lot of moving averages. You just got your 50, and that's trading at 52. You're trading at 56. Now we can go over here and we can look at Burke. I don't think it's going to be covered by the quant. It is. It's a buy, ironically. We can look at this. The 52-week range is between 41 and 64. Wall Street thinks that it's worth $69. It's trading at 56. When are their earnings coming up? Let me see. Their earnings are coming up here February 17th, so next week. And we can take a look at, is there short interest on this one? 2% short interest, not huge. The quant says it's a buy. And you can go and read the Analyze with AI if you're interested. For me, I'm not particularly interested in this one. If I had to pick a shoe company that I would buy, it would be Skechers. And I've been wrong on this one. I mean, this is down 10% in pre-market because they just didn't have good earnings. But again, if I wear something, it's Skechers. It's not Birkenstocks. I'm not going to, the latest rave out in the middle of what is it? Europe? In a muddy festival. So I've been wrong. So Jesse, I don't know it. I'd say go and analyze with AI is probably your best strategy. But for me, I'd find a strategy that works. And if you find a strategy that works with Birkenstock, have at it. Because it IPO'd, it looked like it opened up at 41. And within 16 months, you're at 56. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. But for me, it just wouldn't be one that I would say, yeah, I've got to get into this one. It doesn't fit my profile. Find a strategy that works for you. If you wear Birkenstocks and you like it, go and get it. Go and learn about it. Do your elevator pitch like Josh Brown did to Al Michaels. Again, this entire podcast is about learning and doing it and doing the research on your own. You don't need to ask somebody on the internet if you develop your own strategy, because what is comfortable for you may not be comfortable for them. What's comfortable for me may not be comfortable for you. I'm happy to be here to help you, guide you along, and let you learn. But again, developing your own strategy. Now, the rest of this podcast is going to be on Substack. I'm going to record it live. I'll be over there in about 10, 15 minutes. It'll be for paid subscribers. We're going to go over Valentine's Day stocks, the 5 stocks that Steve Kress thinks you could make a lot of money on because Valentine's Day rally has shown a good history. And we'll look at SMH and the stocks that, all chip stocks. It's interesting. Again, it's an interesting find that I found. And 2 additional stocks that, a Trump nominee has said, hey, we're going to take this private. And it's going to be on my agenda. So if you have any questions, hit me up. Again, have a great day. Enjoy yourself. Take care. Morning, Hunter. Okay, with that, I am going to go live over on Substack, record the rest of this. Yeah, Coral. I mean, there are plenty of people who have TradingView. I think I've got four that message me regularly. Oh my God, I wish that it was cheaper. Like TradingView, I think you can get a cheap plan. Trendspider tries not to compete with TradingView because TradingView is, when I was at it, okay, I'll give you my take on TradingView. I tried it, and we tried the cheap version, and it didn't do what we needed it to do, myself and my buddy Steve, who developed a 4-hour algorithm in Trendspider. And when we asked for help, TradingView was pretty much ignoring us. We asked for some help. We said, hey, we don't understand this. What does this happen? And they said, yeah, we don't know what happened. I mean, it just wasn't very good. And so we went to Trendspider and asked for help. And I still have those chat logs in there where they provided us A+. I mean, they helped us develop and I put it to you this. The 4-hour algorithm, it seems simple. We tried everything to complicate that thing. In fact, D-Man messaged me last night. He's like, it seems so simple. I said, yeah, it is simple. It's so simple. But go and try and find something that works better. And I just haven't been able to find something that works better. And so the 4-hour algorithm, it's the formula is very, very simple. And we messaged Trendspider and we said, hey, do you have any suggestions? You guys are experts on these indicators. Any suggestions on what we could put in here? And this was before all the AI stuff. This was 2020. And they came back to us, and the best advice was it was from their CEO, Dan. And he said, sometimes simple is your answer. And for a generic strategy that isn't stock specific, remember that 4-hour algorithm works on a lot of stocks. It keeps you, the goal of the 4-hour algorithm was for us not to lose 40% in a stock based on COVID. We wanted it to get us out. And if it was alerting us, hey, there's a big downside because you're seeing a large movement here get out. And so that's what we wanted. Whether you listen to it or not is another story. And that was my lesson in 2022. I didn't listen to it for my entire portfolio, but I was able to manage the portfolio so that I lost less than the S&P. And that was my success, is that as long as I lost less than the S&P, I was happy. I was perfectly happy with it. But they do give you, I don't agree with this. I won't give you my tools unless you sign up for an annual plan. But this gives you the best opportunity to get in there and play. And I think for $20, I would take the 2-week trial and then just go and look at that YouTube video, import that thing, and go and try and look at some stocks on entries and exits. And for $20, I mean, shit, you put a $100 bet on something and you find the Weinstein stuff, and you'll make that $20 back in 2 weeks. Then sign up for the annual plan, because I think you'll be able to make a lot more money going like that. But again, there's no financial, success involved with this. You're never guaranteed any stuff. Investment is always a risk. But okay, with that, yeah, Rosa, you're in Egypt. Good, hello from Atlanta. I am going to go. There are 41 people watching, 23 thumbs up. So before you leave, just hit the thumbs up button. I will talk to you later, Monday. See you guys.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears.